Morning guys, we're early August. I think it's the 3rd of August today, and we're back on Club Lake number 1. As you can see, the water is well down. The island is totally exposed, and ordinarily where I'm standing is underwater. So they've been using water to irrigate all of the fields and what have you around here, so it happens every year. It's not a new thing, but as you can see by the reed line, the water is down by at least 4 feet, possibly even more than that. But we're fishing. I haven't had a fish out of these lakes this year yet, so I'm gonna get my rod set up. Seen a couple of fish. One's just topped out over there. There was one topped out over to the left a second ago. But me and Mark are coming down here. He's going to be here in a minute. So I'm going to get set up and we're going to get fishing. Alright, there we are, we're all set up. I've got the right hand rod of each pod. Mark's got the left hand rod, basically so we can both fish similar bits of water. So my right hand rod is out towards this tree, Mark's is just to the left, so we're both fishing similar sort of baited area. Left hand rods, Mark's is going out this direction 3/4 of the way, so across to the island, and my my rod is over towards the point here. So we're fishing. So little day shelter set up. We're expecting some rain later on, so wanted to get everything set up and ready to go, ready for a day session. But we had a wander around both of the lakes here yesterday. They're both very low, and with rain coming, we wanted to be on a bank that had a little bit easier access, because on that far side it's very steep access, and if you're running down there in the rain you might end up in the lake. So let's see how we get on. Right, 5 minutes after saying we're all set up, my right hand rod went into full drop back. Got down there but nothing doing, so I've just recast that one back out on the spot. At least we've had a bit of early interest. We've had a couple of liners as well, so hopefully fish aren't far away.
Screamer!
Right, 2 minutes after I recast that other rod, and this one has gone absolutely ripping off. Didn't have to wait very long. And that was proper stripping off. Doesn't feel particularly big, it's coming in pretty easily, but plenty of water, or depth of water here. They do have the option of going down deep, so
Ripperoonie, that one.
oh, it's nice to have a carp on the line. It doesn't look particularly big, but it's a fish, and that's the main thing. One of the commons. There we are. He's in. I think he'll be lucky if he goes double figures, but he's a fish, and it's my first carp out of this lake in, well, since last year, so we'll get him weighed up and have a look. Right, he's just about made a double. 10 pounds, 9 ounces. If he stops jumping about, I'll be able to show you. It's a nice little common. Hopefully the bigger ones will come along, but 10 pound, 9 ounces to start the trip inside the first 45 minutes of fishing. Happy days. Well, I just said get a bag made up before the next one goes, and Mark Schrodder's gone, and I've still got the stick in my hand, so.
It's about a pound tench.
Probably a bream. It's definitely a bream. Safe to say Mark's not impressed, but £1.5 maybe. Right, just put some more boilies out on the spots, as we've already had a fair bit of interest. You can see I've coated them in various liquids, and you can see the slick it's producing across both spots. So plenty of attractant in the water, and hopefully we can get the fish down on the spots and feeding again. Seeing a fair few crashing out across the lake still. It's only just gone 8 o'clock, so, and we can fish till 8 o'clock, or basically have to be off the lake at 8 o'clock tonight, which is what I'm planning on doing. So we've got another 11.5 hours at least in front of us. Well, he's charging right at me again. Coming in very easily, so it's either a common
Or a bream.
It's not a bream, it's definitely a carp. But that same spot again. I'll try not to pick up Mark's line. Another nice screaming run. Oh. He came charging straight at me, so it's definitely going to be a common. I'd be very surprised if it's not. And it looks like a very similar sort of size. Well, he was very nearly in this time. There you are, Mark.
Nope.
Number 2. Probably a bit bigger than the last one. It's just gone 8:30, so. Oh dear, yeah. Got a nasty bit on his tummy that will get treated at the same time, so we'll get him out, get him weighed up, show you what we got. Right, as you can see, he's got this pretty nasty. I don't know if it's a bit of a cyst or something going on there, but whatever it is, it's not very nice, so I'm going to cover that in the treatment, see if we can get him back on the mend. Right, yeah, it's gone a bit bigger than the last one. It's gone exactly 15 pounds. He has got this nasty bit on his stomach, so we're going to get a very quick video and try not to hold him in that area. But 15 pounds, we've treated that wound, so we'll get him, get a quick picture, get him back, get the rod back out there. Same rod again. They're definitely liking that spot. Another nice run.
Screaming.
Bit of a different fight, this one. It feels a bit more like a
Mirror.
possibly a mirror. I might be wrong, but didn't come charging straight at me like the other ones have. So there's not very much going on with the rest of the rods at the moment. This one's every half hour or so. Get another run. Oh, I'm not touching that, Mark. That's yep. Probably only a bream anyway, Mark, I wouldn't worry.
More than
I haven't seen it properly yet to know what it is, but
fish.
It's definitely a fish. Put up a decent fight again. Yeah, another common, similar sort of size again, probably early double, maybe a mid double, but I don't think it's much bigger than that. He's in the net. Right, we'll get him weighed up, have a look and show you what we got. Right, this one's gone 14 pounds. Nice, pristine common. I'll say pristine, there's a little scale missing there, but nice fish. Put up a decent fight. Get some pictures of this one and get that rod back out. That's 3 off that spot now, so we'll keep feeding them up. Hopefully keep catching them.
Off you go.
Alright, it's just coming up to 9:45. Just having a little bit of a swap around, So my left hand rod is now the one that's been out on the spot catching the fish out there. My right hand rod I've just put along the margin here. Goes pretty deep quite quickly. It goes down to 7 or 8 feet. So I've just put one in the margin, and then Mark's done the same. He's got his right hand rod is out towards the island, and his left hand rod, he's got this nice run of reeds. So just baited up, put a few boilies out there, and just dropped his left hand rod off of those just to see if we can get the fish coming along the margins. I think something's already playing silly buggers, but there's been a lot of small carp, small fish swimming about. But yeah, something already is messing about with my rig. It looks very bream-like to me, but there's lots of little small 3-inch roach swimming around, roach and rudd, so they've been bashing into the line a few times, but we shall see if this develops into anything. But that's the plan for now, is to have one out in the middle and then one along each of the margins, just to mix things up a bit. It's a fish. I don't know where.
Probably down that spot. I mean, you haven't been getting bream, so
No,
it's coming a bit easier.
it's coming in far too easily at the moment. Oh, he's just jumped clear out the water.
Definitely bream.
Yeah.
Got on the bank. Same spot. It's carp this time.
Well, that was a definite positive run. This ain't no bream.
It is. 12-pound bream.
Or he's giving some. There's been no divings coming straight at me, so I'm hoping this one is a mirror. It's certainly putting up a hell of more of a fight than the previous ones. I can feel the weight on it. Just coming up to 10:30, so it's the right sort of time again. Another half hour, 45 minutes since the last run.
I've got puckle.
Definitely found the spot that they're feeding on. Definitely fighting like a mirror does, so hopefully it's the first one of the trip. Certainly having some nice lunges. I think he's going to be ours in the net. I think it's probably the biggest of the trip, but we'll get him weighed up and show you what we got. Right, we've got him in the net. It's gone 15 pounds 8 ounces. Lovely scaly mirror that this lake produces. quite a thick fish. Just hasn't got much of a gut on him, otherwise I think he'd go top end of the doubles. Slap in the face for me. So anyway, there he is. We'll get a couple of pictures of this one, get him back. Jesus Christ. And get this rod back on the spot, because it's the one that's doing all the bites at the moment. But I think we'll get some pictures and get him back before he does himself some damage. Well, it wasn't a screaming run. It jumped up and sat there, but Mark is in, and it looks finally like it might be a carp. There's definitely plenty out there. We're getting plenty of interest. It is...
Just put that new bait on it as well.
Yeah, so just put a new bait set up on there, and within about 5 minutes of being out, it's gone off. And we are just coming, it's about 5 to 11, or just coming up to 5 to 11, so been plenty of action so far. I got here bang on 6 o'clock, got the bits out the car, so probably had the first rod in the water by about 6:30 time. But it hasn't come charging straight at you, so we assume it's a mirror, and the mirrors in this lake are the bigger fish, so that's what we want. Plus a lot of them in here look really nice as well. Still just a slow plod at the moment. See the line just down in front of us. Oh, it is a common. It's a nice dark one. Come on, get your head up properly. It's not... Well, he's in the net. Yeah. And it looks like the best common by far of the trip, yeah. So we'll... Oh, someone's woken up. We'll get him weighed up and have a look, but he certainly looks a better fish than the commons I've had. He's quite long and he's got a nice belly on him, so we might be pushing towards a high teen, early 20. We shall have a look. Right, Mark's come here for quality, not quantity. Biggest of the trip so far, 21 pound 3 ounces. A little rig, stop smirking you twat. The little rig change paying off pretty much instantly. I say it's only been out there for 4 or 5 minutes and it's gone screaming off. No, it didn't. It went little beep up, didn't it? Yeah. But it's done the job. And we have a lovely big common to show for it, so we'll get some pictures of this one, get him back and get that rod back out. And off he goes. That was a definite run. Jumped up to the top, so Mark went down to have a look, and then it properly went. What are we? Just coming up to 11:30, so again, pretty much 30 minutes later. I had a bit of a jump up on one of my rods, but it didn't. Struck into it and there was nothing there. This one jumped up, we left it for another few seconds and then it started stripping off.
Was there a bloke down there?
No, I say we're the only ones on the lake. We came down here yesterday for a walk around to see just how shallow it was, and there was a guy in the peg at the back there. But he was the only person across 2 lakes. This lake is 5.5 acres. The other one next door is about 5 acres. So 10.5 acres, and there was only one person. And then looks like we're the only people, certainly the only people on this lake. So yeah, not going to complain. We got the lake to ourselves, all the fish to ourselves, and they're on the feed. So Mark's having a bit of success finally, and hopefully this one's another 20-pounder. We're about 5 minutes into the fight. We've just seen the first glimpse of it, but it's now stripping off line again, so it might be another 5 minutes getting it back to where we are. Mark thinks it's a common from the quick glimpse we got, but it's always hard to tell in this water. So we've got quite overcast skies. There's a few little patches of blue and a bit of sun coming through now and then, but it's supposed to be like this all day, so it's perfect carping weather. We might get a bit of rain later, but we've been waiting for this sort of weather for quite a while. It's about 22 degrees, so it's warm enough for t-shirts. And the carp are loving it. Having another nice strip of line.
Definitely angry. Still, I can feel them just nudging him.
Yeah, I'll say those lunges will slow down in time, but for now, let him do what he needs to do, get the energy out. Make the line back when we can, and we'll get him in the net. It's a mirror. Another nice looking one, probably a similar sort of size to the one I had earlier. I'm going to lunge at it, we'll wait for it to get its head up properly and get it in that net. Nice. Alright, just had a weigh up of this one. It's gone 16 pounds 7 ounces. Another nice scaly mirror, a few apple slices on there. So get a couple of pictures of this one. Get that rod back out. Off you go, mate. Straight out to my rod. Alright, just coming up to 1 o'clock. We've had a few false runs in the last half hour or so. But now Mark's right hand rod has gone off again. He managed to trash all of his rod pod getting down to it, but it's another fish on, so we're thinking another common fighting or mirrors. It's fighting
and
fairly.
The other brother has turned up,
yeah.
the main fisherman.
Lee has arrived. Scared the shit out of us as we were sat in the bivvy and stuck his head round the corner. Right, mirror or common, mirror or common.
Mirror.
Little mirror, well, little, nice size mirror, probably another mid-double looking at it. In the net. Right, latest mirror in the net. It's gone £14 1 ounce. Nice golden colour to it and a weird stump on the end of it. Again, make it nice and easy to identify later on. But yeah, Mark's third carp of the trip, so catching up. The spots are still doing the business, so we'll get this one back and get them back out there. Yeah, well, just as we were taking pictures of the other one, the left hand rod's gone off, so I'm going to get this other fish back and Mark can play that one. Right, so a minute to 1. As I said, I've just released that other one back whilst Mark was playing this, just getting the first little bit of drizzle coming down. But he's just sat. Oh, it's a better one, Mark. Looks better than the rest we've had from what I just saw. It was only a very quick glimpse, but it looked like a nice fish. Just washing the fish crap off of his hands from the previous one. Yeah, what I just saw popping up looked like a pretty decent mirror carp, so we definitely want to get this one in and see what it's like. There he is. Right, this one's just woken up and gone charging down the bank to the reed line. Mark's going to have to follow it to try and keep above it a little bit. Just decided it wasn't playing ball and has absolutely bombed it down the bank. Well, this one is desperately trying to bury himself in those reeds. He is not giving up. In fact, he's just stripping line. So this is not looking brilliant right now. I need him out in the open water away from this bank. The whole time he's sat in those reeds, he's potentially dislodging the hook. But Mark's swim, or our swim, is back there, and we've had to come all the way down to try and catch up with it. Yeah, he's back out in open water. We can try and get him back down the swim a bit. He's got a big old head on it, and he's in the net. That's a nice looking fish, that one, so we'll let him get his breath back for a little bit, because that was a pretty decent fight, and we shall weigh him up. Smoke face time. I was right, it was a better fish. It's gone £26 5 ounces. It's a proper mirror, this one. He's nice thick fish, massive head on it. He's still got some fight left in him despite taking Mark up and down the bank. Get him steady. There we are, £26 5. That's the Waiter add to the session so far. Levels the
Double take as well.
yeah, we'll say literally putting one back, or not even putting one back, trying to take pictures of one, and this one's gone screaming off. So we'll definitely get pictures of this one because Mark has no rods left. So yeah, 26.5, we'll get some pictures, get it back, get those rods set up again. I think he's ready to go. So,
Fuck off.
fuck you.
Fucking dripping.
Well, just desserts for sticking a hook in his mouth. Right, 1:45. It's a left-hand rod screamer. They can't get any bigger, surely, Mark. So it's all going to be downhill now. It was pulling round nicely to the left as the rod went screaming off. It's already up on the top. As I say, fair way to go yet. We was about 3/4 of the way across towards the island, so plenty of fight left. It's been pretty consistent probably on average every 45 minutes or so. We've had some that have waited an hour and some that have only been half an hour, but it's been pretty much non-stop since we got the first rod in the water. He's into the middle. Oops. That's a little common, but or say little, a common. It's probably going to be another mid-double looking at it. Right, not a whole lot later. We have a common has appeared on the top. It's not really done very much, to be fair to him. He's just plodding around on the surface, and hopefully will go in the net very easily, and he's in. I think Mark might get wet with this one because I think it's going to do most of its fighting in the cradle, but he's in the net, that's what counts. Right, 10-2, number 9 of the trip, number 5 for Mark. It's just gone, what do we say, £13 and 11 ounces.
Little pasty.
Nice little common. Not a whole lot more to say about that, but he's another fish and that's all that counts. So we'll get this one, get a couple of pictures and get this one back. Lifting up again. Well, it wasn't really doing very much. It had lifted up, dropped back, lifted back up again. Just gone 2 o'clock. Again, Mark's only had the rods back out in the last 5 minutes, so it hasn't been out there very long, and it's gone off again. It's one that seems to be kiting hard left at the moment. Might have to chase it down the bank again. No, common, looks like another common. Grab the net. Come on, fishy. And swim into the net. Job done. Nice and easy. Probably a similar sort of size. We shall have a look. Right, I've forgotten which number you're up to. Is that 6? This one has gone
16.5.
£16, 5 ounces. It's got a bit more of a depth and girth to it than the previous one. Probably a similar sort of length, but this one's a bit heavier. So no, another nice common, usual sort of stamper in here. So get another picture, get it returned, move on to the next one. We ain't hanging around. Jesus, off you go, mate. Look at that. Alright, so it's just gone 10 past 2, so Mark's rods are back out in the water. There's plenty of action on those in the last few hours. Mine have completely dried up. I'm in very similar positions to where I was earlier, but they've gone very quiet. Started getting a few spots of rain, very light, so nothing to worry about, but whether that's going to bring the fish on even more, Mark's probably hoping not, because he can't keep a rod in the water at the moment, but it's a nice problem to have, I guess.